Hello lovelies, it's Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. Welcome back to another tutorial. And the groundhog said spring's coming soon, right? It never lies to us. No, never. So with that in mind, I think a spring bouquet is in order, don't you? All right, you guys, welcome back to another tutorial. It is going to be all about spring today. We're going to do a wild, cascading kind of style bouquet using this fun little gadget gizmo referred to as a floral egg. So this little thing is going to hold all of our big, massive bouquet, and it's going to be wild and springified and just glorious. So glorious. So, if that sounds like something you are interested in, that was a really loud so. Oh, sorry about your little ears on that one. If it's something that sounds interesting, stick around and let's craft together, shall we? Spring laurel bush with white flowers. This is a new spring greenery that we are offering this year of 2024. I only have 2 of these left on the sprig. This is the early blooming mix with pink little berry flowers. We're gonna try to get these 2 in there somewhere. Our tried and true Italian ruscus, our sage greenery, large ruscus. Here is the mix of flowers we're going to be using. Ranunculus, gardenia, magnolia, celeste, sensation, and budding lotus. Now that we have all of our greenery and flowers broken down, let's get some making something, shall we? I also need to make sure I move everything out of the way. Oh gosh, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, I'm a mess, I'm a mess. But y'all knew that already. Okay. So the little trick with this guy is we're going to start here and we're going to crisscross our stems over and over again, crisscrossing, and that's going to create a very sturdy bunch of stems. I don't even know the word I'm looking for. It's a trust the process situation. We're just going to keep building upon it and see what comes about it. I mean, we've got lovely greenery. Let's put it all in here and see what comes of it, okay? I'm going to start off with this lovely one. Typically, I normally don't start with a greenery that has a very distinct like coloring or like filler bits, but I really want this to be kind of a star hanging piece. And we can already kind of see what is gonna, oh. Gotta have fun with this. So I'm gonna snap these off as close as I can to the base so I have a decent stem that I can grab onto. And I'm just gonna say yes. Okay, so the bottom, I can scoot that up a little bit, which is perfect. So I'm gonna scoot these up so that I have just a little bit more wiggle room. Oh yeah, some of them we're gonna really scoot up. Not all of them though. To scoot all of it, we're gonna start in the middle and scoot up from the bottom, not trying to scoot all the way up from the bottom up because you'll get stuck in the middle. Did that not make sense at all? I think it did. I never know if the words coming out of my mouth make sense. Sometimes they do, other times definitely don't. Lean on up there. There we go. Ah, perfect. Okay, those are done. Get it in here. I'm gonna take, and at first, because of this being a kind of a loose arrangement, it is going to move and groove at first. So don't let that bother you too much. Let's see here, we got that, so on there, there we go. Okay, it's already starting. And with it being wires, I can bend my greenery too where I want it. I'm gonna go into the middle. There, lower. And again, whoop, like that. Things are gonna move further at first. Just gotta be quick. Grab the pieces as necessary. Okay. How cute is that? How cute is that? Now, the one thing I probably should have done was prep all my greenery prior to getting going, so I'm gonna do that right now. Off camera, I'm just gonna snap all of my pieces of greenery off of their stems so that we can just move and groove. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay? So all of our greenery was able to stem up on its own and be able to use the wires that it comes with, except for sage greenery. These I'm not able to scoot up, and this is just not long enough of a wire to be able to get through the cage and be secure. So what we're gonna do is we're taking a floral wire. This is an 18 gauge. We do carry these at the shop, and I'm gonna bring it through, fold that over, and then with my needle nose pliers, I'm just going to pinch it so that it is more securely in place. So now I have a much longer stem in order to use it for the bouquet. So I think the next greenery we should work with is our good old Italian ruscus, because this is also going to give us some more length on our piece. It also has those cute little flyaway wispy pieces, which we absolutely love for one of these kind of wild bouquets. So we're just gonna get those in there. And as I'm crisscrossing, I'm grabbing onto the wires. Now these are pretty short right now. I'm not too worried though, because we're gonna have some longer stuff coming up soon enough, along with our flowers and those wire stems as well. Okay, so we gotta definitely pay attention to the bottom there. So we're gonna start filling in that. Actually, I'm not done with my Italian ruscus, but we're gonna take the large ruscus. And this is a much denser kind of greenery. That's going to fill in that space a lot better than some of this other greenery would. So we're gonna make kind of a wall of this greenery just for that bottom base to really clean that up. And then the rest of it I'll put in just a second after we finish putting in this Italian ruscus. And I'm kind of doing a mirror effect. If I have something on here, put something there, 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 you know, back and forth, back and forth. And also looking at it in this aspect as well. Where's there a hole or heaviness of one filler and not another? So there. Next up we have the sage, which also is going to have longer stems or wires, so that'll help with our bouquet handle as well. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together. So the one that came off the wire I'm not going to use. I also still have 3 of the large ruscus, but I don't even know if we're going to need it. Then we have just the 2 with the pink berries. Just get those in there. Let's do a nice little 360. It is a little bit more sparse in the back. My thought though is, again, it'll go up against the chest, so we want it a little bit flatter on that side. And then that little guy is going a little too far. We don't need him to go that far. Grab that. There we go. Another tip for you. You can take something like a zip tie, tighten up all of those wires so that you can give your hands a break. And then when we're putting in our flowers, we're gonna do this. Instead of holding it the whole time, we're gonna put everything into a vase of sorts, and we're going to build our bouquet this way. Then we can like step back, look at it. Another thing you can do is to take your bouquet and put it in front of you in front of a mirror, and then you can kind of see where there might be something too heavy on one side, not enough somewhere else, so that you can get all of your balance going. So that's how we're going to put the flowers in this one. I'm making sure too, again, to keep that flat there. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. So we're going to think of it as a forward facing centerpiece right now and get to work putting in all of the flowers. Now the breakdown of the flowers as far as the count, and I don't know that we're gonna use all of the flowers or not, but there are 24 flowers right here. We have sets of 5 of the smaller flowers, so the magnolia, the gardenia, and sensation, and then we have 3 of the celeste, budding lotus, and ranunculus. So let's see if we're gonna use all of them or not. I went with 5 for the smaller ones just because I figured they take up less space. But we're gonna start with our budding lotus that looks like a tulip, and I think we're going to make them droopy a little bit. Okay, I gotta grab something. I know my head was just in the way. What we're gonna grab is one of these little covers that you find sometimes on different greenery stems. I'm gonna add that onto here. That way then, when my flower is maybe sticking out of my bouquet, you're gonna see that stem instead of the wire. My placement right now is focusing on doing triangles of sorts with each of the flower styles. So as you can see, ranunculus, budding lotus, now celeste. So I've decided that we needed more of the budding lotus tulip looking ones. So I put one up here, and then I think, oh, where do we want the other one? So we've got that one there. So either there, or maybe coming off the side. The other thing I wanted to note, this particular assortment was actually one of our subscription box dyed sets. We offer a dyed subscription box as well as 2 other subscription boxes. They go out once a month. Our dyed sets are definitely our most popular, and that's where you get 50 dyed flowers. It's a mystery every month. We do try to keep it seasonally, trend-based colors, things like that. I got 3 there. I definitely need one over here. That's what we're gonna do. So if you're interested in that, take a look at ohyourlovely.com. But before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to save 30% off one regular priced order. Oh, it's actually even pretty that way, but there she is. So we're gonna take her out of the vase. I'm gonna clean everything up, and then we'll just probably, I think we'll just tie a ribbon around it for right now. I think that's what we're gonna do. Wouldn't this be really pretty in here too? I'm obsessed with this stuff, this new. I won't do it this time. But this Pearly Everlasting stuff, man, obsessed. Okay, let's get to making the handle. I have my zip tie handy. We're gonna pull this out. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look to make sure that all of our wires are inside the egg, which they are, so nothing is moving or grooving. Then with my zip tie, you could cut off the other one if you wanted to as well. I'm just gonna go in with both. Cut that off. I'm also going to just trim all of my wires so that they're the same length. This is shorter of a handle, but we can still put 2 hands there. I'm just gonna take this lovely pink ribbon that I have. So with that, I'm gonna loop around and I'm gonna pull this up a little bit and give myself a little loop, and then I'm gonna stick my ribbon through there and then shimmy it to tighten it up. And I think with this I'm gonna make another bow. So we've got our little there, but then this whole piece. We have a lovely spring bouquet. So cute. There you guys have it, a lovely, kind of wild spring bouquet. I have to say, these eggs are super handy. I feel like I was gonna need a lot more greenery than I actually needed, which is actually really cool too. How many times did I say actually or so in this video? Comment down below, let me know. Engagement is engagement, right? Speaking of which, if you're loving this channel, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style wood flowers, craft supplies, and greenery. Go to ohyourlovely.com, but before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off one regular priced order. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for another lovely, probably spring-related craft. So I hope to see you then. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys.